Hi, welcome back to my channel. I have a new screen thing going on, so I'm just weirded out by it. Thank you for clicking on my video. Thank you for coming back for another dose of my journey. And I hope you are super pumped and excited for your weekend. I hope you've made good decisions this week and you did positive things towards any goal or dream that you have, and I hope you made strides towards that. I wanted to talk today about self-discipline. So the road to, I'm going to link a video and I want you to watch it if you have the time. I actually had watched this video a while ago on Instagram and wrote down the words of the video in a note to myself. And then I happened to watch this video where they took the words of this actor and they turned it into a video, which is awesome. So I'll leave the link for you guys. And so basically the message is that the road to sustained happiness is through self-discipline. Now, this is really understandable, in a simple way, because if just like no one's there to tell you to eat right or work out or, pursue your dreams or go be that, go open up that new business or do whatever it is that you always wanted to do. No one will do it for you or tell you to do it. It's something that has to come from within, and it has to be like this burning drive inside you that allows you to continue on and to make these strides towards your goal, even if the day doesn't feel, like you're making any progress. You definitely are. And there are, there's the good, there's the bad, there's the ugly, there's all kinds of things along these paths where we take new life journeys, we make a decision and we go towards that full force, regardless of regardless of anything that stands in our way or any, challenges that we face. So it's interesting because me on my journey, I kind of, a lot of times you feel like you're isolated or it's only you going through something because you really feel like no one can understand what you're going through. And maybe no one can understand what you're going through exactly to the T, but people can understand because there's a large amount of people in the world that don't have a great relationship with food and don't have a great sense of body image or confidence, whatever that thing is that we lack deep down inside. If it's something that bothers you, you know that you have to change it, and that you have to is really, the difficult part, because you have to make this decision that you're going to change no matter what, and that you'll never look back on that behind you. And I heard this interesting quote. I was watching some sitcom and the guy said that animals are different in regards to humans because animals don't think of the past and they don't worry about the future. They are living in the present moment because their minds don't function like that. And wouldn't it be great if our minds wouldn't function like that? If our past mistakes and failures and setbacks wouldn't continue haunting you while you're looking towards the future. So yes, you might have fallen down a few times and you might have failed, 20,000 times before, or this might be your first time trying something new, or that the life that you're currently living is not what you want to live, and you have these dreams and hopes and aspirations. Listen to those dreams, listen to those hopes. Don't kill those dreams, because those are important. That's your life force. That's what's giving you purpose to be here. And it's not something that should be quieted down, and you don't have to fit into social norms. I mean, you don't have to work at a job that you hate. You don't have to get married if just because everyone else is. You don't have to have 2, 4, 8 children just because everyone else is. You don't have to. Literally, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. So you don't need to fit in. If you want to fit in, that's great, do that. But you don't need that. What you need is to figure out who you are on the inside and what makes you want to jump out of bed and tackle your day and not waste literally a single minute, second of that day and you want to just go at it full force and with this burning desire. And I don't know how to really explain, because I think the people that know me the best know that I have not always been happy and I have not always loved myself. And it's okay to call someone pretty and beautiful and this, that, and the other, but we all know that if you don't believe that on the inside, it just doesn't mean the same thing. And when you believe it on the inside and someone says to you otherwise, it doesn't even matter, because you believe what you believe on the inside. And there was another thing I heard recently. It says, if the only good thing you hear about yourself is the things that you tell yourself, then let that be the only good things that you hear about yourself. You might not have a single fan in the world. You might not have a single friend in the world or anyone. I don't know. And I hope that's not true. But you are your own friend, and you do have your own self to bring you out of things and to discipline you and to say, hey, you, go to the gym. Hey, you, don't have that cookie. Hey, you don't really need that slice of pizza. Hey, you, get up and meal prep. Enjoy your day. I mean, it's all good to have lazy days and off days and whatever, but I don't know about you, but I never feel super great about having an off or lazy day, because there's so much you could do in a day. And there's so many things you can accomplish. I mean, a lazy day or an off day doesn't necessarily mean you have to lay in bed all day. You can read a book that you wanted to read. You can go out and explore a place that you've never explored, road trip, anything to broaden your horizons, whether that's improving yourself, whether that's exploring, whether that's hiking, I don't know, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat, do those things. And don't just let time pass you by, because it kind of sucks to turn around and realize that so much time has passed and you didn't do, let's say, the few things that are on your, let's say, bucket list or to-do list or your goals for a year. You should be constantly striving towards those goals. And once you get there, there should be other goals that you have. It shouldn't be that you get there and you give up, or you get there and you just get comfortable. Comfortable doesn't work. And I've gotten, my mistake that I've always made is, I'd go and do a bunch of things and lose, astronomical amounts of weight by anyone's standards. And then I would kind of either revert back to old habits, or I would slowly start to think that I can let little habits come back. And once I would be in that kind of downward spiral, it's kind of hard to see yourself going down that spiral. And then once you're there, the feeling is like, wow, I really did that. I can't believe I did that. And then it's like, you can't get out. Like literally you can't get out of it, because your mind is now telling you, and you're basically beating yourself up for getting there. And then you're beating yourself up because you have to face the world again as this now fat, plumped up person that wasn't plumped up, let's say 6 or 8 months ago. So it's difficult, but honestly, like literally no one's coming. And if they are saying something, who cares? But your worst critic, your toughest critic is yourself. Like the whole world isn't focused on you. The whole world isn't focused on watching you fail or seeing your ups and downs. And if someone's focused on that, well, quite frankly, their life isn't that full that they're noticing your falls. But if you're gonna fall. And if you're gonna, mess up, scrape your knee, get back up. That's the biggest lesson from a fall. You get back up. You get back up stronger. You have more experience. You know what to avoid and what not to avoid. And you know what works for you and what doesn't. So you leave what doesn't work for you behind, and you push through with the things that work for you. And you build these habits for yourself, because habits are extremely important. If you know that you're a morning person and you can get the most done in the morning, wake up a little earlier and get that done, or set aside time at night to get that done. Like this morning, for example, I knew that I have all this produce and all these things in my fridge, but I have to actually prepare it in order to be able to eat it. And not for your money not to go to waste. You just spent money on getting produce and you know that you need to eat it. And going out to eat is just naturally more expensive than cooking at home. And you also know every single ingredient that's going into your food. There's no added fats, there's no added salt and sugar and things like that. So I got up this morning, I didn't have an alarm, but I did wake up at 6 something, and I meal prepped. So I made a tray of eggplant, I made a tray of parsnips, I made a tray of, what was the third thing I made? I forget. Oh, asparagus. So I got a bunch of things together, and I already have a few items that are already prepped in my fridge. So I knew I'd be set for the next few days. So when I'm running out, and I had 3 clients back to back today, I'm running out. I know that I'm set for the day. I know that when I get back home late, I'm already good. And I'm not going to fall into that trap of like the late night reaching for something because there's nothing in the fridge or nothing prepared. That's why it's good to always be prepared. Always be prepared so that even if you want to mess up, or even if you want something, or you're feeling that, I don't know, that urge to eat something, or you really can't, because you'll open your fridge and boom, it's in your face. You have your meal prep there. You have kind of no excuse. And also you set up your house and your pantry and your cupboards in a way where you can't mess up. You've taken that possibility out of the equation, unless you're so hard up for something that you're willing to get into your car and drive to get something. The chances are you wouldn't do that. So leave all the things in your house to be healthy options, so that even if you reach for something bad, it wouldn't it wouldn't deter you. You wouldn't wake up with that guilty feeling and feel like a little defeated, because even if you eat something bad, even if you miss a workout, you really should never feel defeated. The only time you're defeated and the only time you failed is if you never get back up again. So I urge you to get back up again, no matter what. I don't care if you had a bad week. I don't care if you had a good week. I don't care if tomorrow will be good or bad. You know that inside of you, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, no matter what the day brings, you have these core habits in place. You have this routine in place, and it's like clockwork. Like you're just doing it because that's your routine. You get up, you brush your teeth. This is like things that have been drilled into our heads. You get up, you brush your teeth at night, you wash your face, you do this, that, and the other. So you add these things that become like, automatic things. You wake up, you have your prep, you have this, you have that, you work out, you go to work, you feel energetic, you say positive things to yourself, self-assuring, self-affirming, positive things. And even if you're having negative thoughts about anything, about a person, a place, or thing, you still have the power to turn that around right in that second. So if you're having a nervous feeling or anxiety, or you feel like you don't want to go to a gym because you don't want to be seen, you have the power to shut that off. I urge you to shut off those voices that are trying to steer you in the wrong direction. Shut down those friends that are kind of really not your friends. And it's okay. You'll find a new circle. You'll find supportive people when you go out there and you listen. There's other people that are fighting battles that you have no idea about, and it doesn't show on the outside. They might not be heavy, like me. They might have a different battle going on. They might have a different relationship with food. So if you're open-minded, you will meet people, different struggles, but you're all pursuing a goal, and that's to make your life better. So please pursue your goals this weekend. Have a great weekend. Make good decisions. I'll see you Monday. And I have a bonus video coming up next week. I'm really excited about it. It will not be Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. It will be a bonus video. Super excited about it. And please like this video, comment on it, give me feedback, subscribe, send the link to your friends, share it, so we can get this community together and start helping each other and be strong and positive throughout our own journeys in order to see a better world. I mean, I think I could see a better world just by being a better person and feeling like I'm, making a difference in my own life, and then hoping that I can make a difference in someone else's life, because what else is there besides that, So, I've said everything I could say. I will leave the links below, and I wish you health and happiness until Monday. Well, always, but I'll see you Monday. Bye.